Spring is here. Gotta cool off. Spring has sprung. Let's go. Of course. Well, sweet dreams. Very well. Best wishes. Yes. Yes. Sweet dreams. Beautiful. Time for a swim. All right. Best wishes. Let's go. Yes. Gotta cool off. Well, of course. Best wishes. Spring is sprung. Yes. Very well. Of course. Gotta cool off. Let's go. Well. Beautiful. Spring is here. Yes? Time for a swim? You've been naughty. Spring is sprung. Let's celebrate!
Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another clear video for Fire Emblem Heroes, and today we're going to be taking on Hero King Marth on his very own legendary hero battle on Abyssal difficulty, the new difficulty mode that Intelligent Systems dropped alongside this legendary hero battle, which is one step above Infernal difficulty. And I gotta say, it is a doozy. So what to say about this map? Where to begin? Maybe the absurdly inflated stats of basically every enemy, making every single one of them threats, or the fact that they're fully kitted with sacred seals, maybe the fact that there are tons of enemies thrown at you with reinforcements from behind and in front of you and behind next to Marth, maybe the claustrophobic map that makes maneuvering and repositioning out of harm's way extremely difficult. Or maybe it's this gem up here of a cleric who has dazzling staff, so you can't counterattack her and bait her, physic, so she can heal from a range, and panic ploy in her own little isolated chamber up there to keep her safe. Or we could take a look at Marth himself, who, when fully buffed, has 65 speed, and his special, Fire Emblem, is on a 0-turn cooldown. So if you allow him to attack, Fire Emblem will go off. Even if you're able to brave the Fire Emblem attack, and he dies, he will then buff all of the units around him, +4 to all of their stats. So yeah, there's a lot going on this map, a lot of challenges, pretty difficult, especially if you don't have a dancer, I will say. So it did take a little bit of creativity to beat this with Camilla Emblem. Let's take a look at the team and see what adjustments we made. So if we take a look at our +10 Vanilla Camilla, she's got Camilla's Axe, Reposition, Draconic Aura for the special, Distant Counter, Renewal 3 for the B slot, and Hone Flyers for the C slot. So nothing huge here. The big change is that for the seal, I went ahead and put Iote's Shield on her. This is going to come into play a little bit later when there's a lot of archers, and even if she doesn't take a hit from an archer necessarily, it will deflect or influence the AI in their decisions of movement. Next up we have Spring Camilla. She is Summoner supported. She's got the Grandraven Triangle Adept build. Reposition, Draconic Aura for the special. For her B slot, we've got Quick Riposte. I'm a little ashamed to admit that I have Quick Riposte 2 on her and not 3, but Quick Riposte 2 will do in a pinch, and I've really never had to use Quick Riposte on her. So, but certainly if you only have Quick Riposte 2 available to you, that will work perfectly fine. Goad Flyers for the C slot, and Distant Defense 3 for the seal. Next up we have Summer Camilla, who used to have the Fury Desperation build. I actually swapped it for Deathblow 3, her native A skill, and part of the reason for that is that Fury was doing chip damage to her throughout the course of the battle, which actually didn't allow her to tank some hits that she needed to tank further down the road. So I swapped it back to Deathblow 3. She has the Blarblade, the Reposition, the Goad Flyers, Desperation, Flyer Formation for that seal, and I swapped her special for Blazing Thunder. And that's going to come into play a little bit later. So there are a couple of different advantages for AoE specials. In this case, the main reason why we're using an AoE special here is because it actually allows you to preserve your special. You'll only proc this special on player phase, not on enemy phase. So that means that you can, if you're going to be tanking hits and attacking, you can still attack while conserving your special for when you really need it. And that's going to come into play later. And finally, we have New Year's Camilla. She has the Slaying Edge, Reposition, Gale Force, Death Blow, Desperation, Heavy Blade for the Seal. The only real adjustment here, we threw on Fortify Flyers onto her C slot to help buff the defenses of her fellow units, as well as buff Summer Corrin's Blar Blade in certain instances. So let's get started. The very first thing we're going to do is just move up here and snipe this sword fighter. And in the process, we're going to reposition back using Spring Camilla, and that is going to put her in the range of this Bow Cavalier, which she'll be able to retaliate and kill on enemy phase. And now we're going to reposition Vanilla Camilla off to the side here. So the reason we're doing this is because on round 2 we want to be able to eliminate as many units as possible, and this will actually allow her to tank and whittle down the defenses of this mage, the green mage on the right hand side. So she's going to attack, or he's going to attack and get hit. Spring Camilla is going to take out the Bow Cavalier, and now we're in prime positioning. And at this point we're going to use Summer Camilla and her flyer formation to teleport right over here and take out this Sword Dragon. This Sword Dragon has ridiculous defenses, but is actually low on the red side of things. So if you have some magic damage, this is where it'll come in handy. We're also going to move Spring Camilla forward just to finish off this green mage. And she's going to be right in front of this Lance Knight, but that's okay. She can tank that, no problem whatsoever. And we'll take care of the Lance Knight on the next phase. New Year's Camilla is going to go ahead and chip away at this Bow Fighter. She's going to proc Gale Force in the process. And then we're going to have Vanilla Camilla finish off the Bow Fighter, eliminating that threat. New Year's Camilla has Gale Force active, so now she can move out of harm's way for the next turn. Okay, the Panic Ploy is going to go off, but nobody has the Hone buff in that row, so there's no problem there. Nobody's going to be Panic Ployed, which is perfect. Vanilla Camilla is going to take out that Lancer on enemy phase, and now we can eliminate this Lance Knight. So we're going to use magic to do so. We'll gang up on him with Spring Camilla, as well as Summer Camilla. Now the next move is fairly strategic. We're actually going to move Vanilla Camilla down to this corner. The reason for that is because next turn a Manakete is going to spawn on this tile. Because Vanilla Camilla is sitting there, it'll actually shift the Manakete over a space. So why is that important, you might say? You'll see in the next turn, but basically it allows me to eliminate that Manakete that spawns while keeping my Camillas in safe configuration and also moving Summer Camilla into position to bait a unit that's going to spawn next turn. So we're going to reposition Summer Camilla over to the left. That's going to allow her to get the Hone Flyers and Fortify Flyers buff for next turn. And will also allow her to avoid the Panic Ploy. Okay, the enemy is going to be approaching, and more units are going to be spawning, which is a huge threat, but that is okay. We're going to be using New Year's Camilla to eliminate this Manakete on player phase. She's going to proc Gale Force in the process after whittling her down, and then she's just going to move off to the side here and finish off the red Manakete on player phase. Now the reason why I'm doing this specifically in this order is because this red Troubadour is a huge threat. Huge range, huge damage, and we really just need to make sure that our units are safely away from him. So we'll move Summer Camilla into the range of the red. She can tank him on enemy phase, and then we're just going to shift ourselves to safety. I'm also going to use Vanilla Camilla, move her up next to Summer Camilla to give her a buff for next turn. Okay, that eliminates the red Cavalier, which is great. That's a huge threat. And at this point, the biggest threat probably is the green mage, the Bow Fighter, and Marth himself. We're actually just going to back ourselves to safety. This enclosed space actually works to our benefit. It allows for the funneling of enemies, and we get to kind of pick and choose who we're going to be engaging. The very first move we're going to do is we're just going to reposition ourselves off to safety. Again, we're going to give the Hone Flyers and Fortify Flyers buff to Spring Camilla, and then Vanilla Camilla is going to be giving the Hone Flyers buff to Summer Camilla. And you'll note that Summer Camilla tanked that red Cavalier last turn, and she was able to do so even with her special at the ready. Again, that's because she has an AoE special that allows her to save the special until she's ready to engage. The first thing this turn, we'll use Vanilla Camilla just to whittle down this green mage, and then we'll move Summer Camilla into position and target Marth. And you'll notice that the AoE damage will strike Marth first, and then she'll be able to use her Blarblade damage to finish him off in one round. That really was one of kind of the struggles of this map, was being able to eliminate Marth without a sweep weapon, and without being able to continuously reposition back because there's just not enough room. Being able to engage him and take him out in one turn was really critical. So using New Year's Camilla, we can move up and eliminate the green mage that was already weakened. And now we can just reposition New Year's Camilla back. And what this does is that basically creates a wall of green right here. And the opposition is just colorless and blue. And it just so happens that both Spring Camilla and Vanilla Camilla can very, very, very easily handle those on enemy phase. So we're going to move up, eliminate the Bowfighter with Vanilla Camilla, use Spring Camilla to take out the Lance Cavalier, and then it's just cleanup at this point. We're just going to kind of funnel ourselves back, protect the other Camillas. We can just tank all of this all day, no problem. She's going to kill on enemy phase. And then Spring Camilla is going to move forward and eliminate the Cleric. And there we go. Perfect. And then a debuff for our troubles. So that does it. That is the strategy that I used with Camilla Emblem to clear the legendary hero battle for Hero King Marth on Abyssal difficulty. Let me know what strategies and teams you ended up using for your clear of this legendary hero battle. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. And until next time, let's protect those skies.